Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sapphire Ridge News. Give people a few seconds to pile in, and then we'll get started on today's topic. Today's topic, well, let me just start by saying that today we're talking about my personal experience with doing modeling photography. And so everything I'm telling y'all today is because of what I personally experienced. Now, modeling photography has its benefits, but it also has pitfalls. It has some big pitfalls. We'll talk about the benefits first. The benefits are for the girl doing modeling photography, she can make a ton of money in a very short period of time. But sometimes certain photographers tie strings to that money. I don't. I am of the opinion that it's her body, so she gets to choose what kind of pictures she wants to do, whether it's fully clothed or a bikini or whatever. It's her choice, not mine. There are many, many photographers out here that I call sleazeballs and scumbags that tie her sleeping with him to the type of pictures that she gets. And some photographers do not give her copies of the pictures at all, or they will pick and choose which ones they want her to have. And it's always been my practice that before you take the pictures, before she shows up for the photo shoot, you discuss with her what type of pictures she wants to take, and you inform her that the photographer owns the rights to the pictures, and that if she wants copies of the pictures, that they will be provided to her at a later date. They will be mailed to her. That's my practice. That's what I personally do because I take the photos and then I have an editor that edits the photos, and then she would have the girl's address and the photos would be sent to her. Now, the pitfalls. There are some really disgusting photographers out there. I use a Canon Rebel 7. I'm looking at a Rebel 8. Um, I just like the quality of pictures I get from a Canon Rebel better than a Nikon. Nikon, you have to do so many extra steps to get those good photos when the Canon Rebel, you can set it to program and it basically sets everything for you and you get wonderful pictures. Um, so I was getting to the pitfalls, but first I was covering the benefits to the girl. She gets a ton of money. Um, Fully clothed pictures pays $50 for less than a half an hour. Bikini pictures, depending on the girl, $75 to $100 for less than an hour. Um, Now, the photographer should, and I always do this, I tell the girls from the moment you arrive at the photo shoot, the camera can click at any second. I'm not one of these photographers that says, oh, you got to get in this certain pose, or you got to do this, or you got to do that. From the moment she arrives, if I see uh, something that I think would sell, I'm taking a picture of it. Whether it's her walking towards me, her walking away from me, her walking around the photo shoot, because I do most of my photo shoots outdoors. From the time she arrives to the time she leaves, the camera can be running. Um, and I will tell the girl, flirt with the camera, be playful, etc. I had one girl that was a real bitch, pardon my French. Um, she was a cute girl. I may have a picture of her. Let me see if I can pull this in. Sometimes I know how to do things. That would be an overlay. Let's do it as a background. Add a file. Photo library. Let's see what we gotta do. Don't know how to do this on this iPad. No, that's not what I want. Let's see this. We'll find it. No, that's not the one. Oops. What's this thing do? We're getting there. Oops. What the heck is this thing do? Crazy iPad. We're getting there. The iPad. Answer description. Okay, we do that picture and that picture. And we do pictures that I took of her. We're almost there, guys. Stupid iPad keeps doing weird shit. No, I didn't tell you to do that. Dumb, stupid thing. Well, forevermore. Please tell me it ain't in that year. Weird. Oops, stupid thing. Almost there, guys. I had to go back another year. So scared. This stupid iPad. trying to show you guys something. Well, why is it? Holy cow! It's supposed to upload two. It's uploading a shit ton of them. Right, but Nikon sets it up so that you have to take extra steps to go fully automatic. What I like to do is I like to set the camera and then go from there. Um, I've heard about the mirrorless, but I haven't done anything with that. What the hell did this thing do? I don't want all of these. It loaded a whole bunch of other photos that I don't know where in the world it got them from. Holy smoke. I wanted two photos. Good grief. Wait, is that the one? This one I do not want, nor that one. Okay, so I'm going to show you this pictures of this girl that used to be one of my models. Let me get set up here. And I'm going to show you before picture. That's when I knew her, when I took her pictures. And then she had a child, and I'm going to show you the after picture. It's really quite a difference. Oops. What the hell did that thing do? That one can go away. Why did it cut off her head? Stupid thing. Anyhow, I don't know if I do this. No, this maybe. No. I don't know why it cut off her head. Silly thing. But that was an epic fail, huh? So, let's see. Oh, we got to go back here. Media. I don't know why it did that like that. Only thing I can do is go back and do this 2017. Try this again. This stupid thing. Why is this doing something out here? Well, I don't know, Brooklyn. I couldn't find them. I should be more organized, but I'm not. At 65, the thought of getting organized is not likely to happen, huh? Well, if you can't come on Friday or Saturday because of your religious beliefs, it's okay, Brooklyn. I'm currently in the process of buying a new camera. I've never liked Nikon cameras. They're just, from what I've seen, they're extra money when the Canon can do the same thing. And I know professional photographers that swear by the Canon Rebel. So I guess I should stick to what I know. So what area are you from, Brooklyn? Maybe I can find it. My phone easier. So what are you up to today, Brooklyn? Hey, Julianne. How's Julianne today? Select me. Cancel. I'm sorry to hear that you had fires near the border. Yeah, I heard that it was really, really dry in Southern California. So right before you came on, Julianne, I was talking about the pitfalls and traps. Yeah, I had quite a few fussy models. No, see, some photographers demand that the girls wear makeup. I don't do that. Um, I was explaining right before you got on that my philosophy has always been, well, Zach, I was trying to find a photo of this girl that was a model to show you guys what models can look like when they send you their picture and then when they show up. And if you don't have time for that, I'm sorry. Come back some other time. Um, Models can be really, really fussy. This one girl that I was trying to find the picture of, that I found the picture, but then when it transferred it from the phone to the iPad, it cut off her head. Yeah, that's about right. And this picture that she sent me made her look oh so gorgeous. And then she showed up. Well, I can't find it, so I know I have it. When I do find it, I'll send it to you on X, Julianne. But I had two models that were very, very fussy. This girl that I was looking for the picture of. Now, I told her beforehand, it's her choice what type of pictures she wants to do. That we were going to be outdoor at a park, and so nothing really sinister was going to happen, at a park, at a public park. And she said, okay, okay, I just need the money, blah, blah, blah. So then she shows up. And I'm always one as a photographer, I will tell the girl, flirt with the camera, you know, make, if we're selling this to a guy, make the guy want to buy the picture, right? So, and I also tell them from the time they show up to the time they leave, the camera can be clicking because we're outdoors. I make sure I tell them that beforehand. So she's walking away and I'm clicking and I simply told her, look over your right shoulder and pull up the hem of your skirt just a little. And she flipped the fuck out. She started yelling, she started screaming, said, I'm not doing nudes outdoors, blah, 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 blah. I said, no one asked you to do that. No one. I said, I simply told you to flirt with the camera, look over your shoulder at the camera, play with the hem of your skirt, pull it up a little bit, be playful. So what does she do? She's walking, she takes her hand and pulls the edge of her skirt straight down and tells, doesn't tell me anything, just holds her skirt straight down. And it's like, okay, we're done. There was a concrete uh, bench, not a concrete, a granite bench up by the front of the park. We went up there. I took a couple of pictures, paid her, and said, we're done. And it's not creepy, Brooklyn. There are photographers that demand far worse. I tell them what's expected of them before they even show up. I tell them it's their choice what type of pictures they want. It's their choice because it's their body, not mine. I always tell them that up front. It's your choice. You get to choose the pictures you want taken, not me. I am not here to make you do something that you don't want to do. It's completely up to you. I am very clear at telling them that because I don't want any problems. I do not want a single problem from a model. Yeah, Yeah, they really do. They have a lot of filters. You can do a lot of things. And, you know, I quit because of this other girl. She called me up. She demanded money. We'd done a photo shoot the week before, and she said she didn't want the picture sold. I said, that's fine. She was from a prominent family in South Georgia. She did not want the picture to get out. I said, I don't have a problem with that. They'll go in my safe. And then the next week, she called me demanding that I pay for her a hotel room for the weekend because her mom kicked her out and her little boy out. I said, well, then you're going to have to do a photo shoot and you're going to have to allow me to sell these pictures because I'm paying money out for you that I would not normally pay out. I said, I understand that you're in a bind. You got kicked out. You need money to pay the hotel room for the weekend. I understand. I said, but I have to be able to sell your pictures in order to recoup the money back that I'm paying out. She said, fine, fine, do whatever. I don't care. Sell all the pictures. Just pay for the hotel room so me and my little boy have a place to go. I said, okay. So I paid for the hotel room. We did the photo shoot. On the way home from the photo shoot, she called me. She says, I wanted to go back to the way it was. I don't want my picture sold. I said, it doesn't work that way. I said, I was fine not selling your pictures, just doing photo shoots. But when you called and demanded money, demanded I pay for you a hotel room for the weekend, that's a different story. I have to be able to recoup the extra money that I'm putting out for you and your little boy that I would not normally put out. She said, I'm never doing photos for you again, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, have a nice life. I never did photos with her ever again because it's not my responsibility to pay for her a hotel room for the weekend for her and her little boy because she got kicked out. I'm not connected to her. I'm just a photographer. I was not her agent. Nope. I was just a freelance photographer letting her make some extra money, and she expected me to pay for her hotel room and not do anything to get that money back. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. I have to be able to recoup extra money that I'm putting out. So after that, I called it quits. No, that was when I lived in Florida. I said, these chicks are that shit cray cray. You expect me as just a photographer to pay for her a hotel room for a weekend, not for a photo shoot, just because her and her kid got kicked out. Nope, I shouldn't have to do that. I did it that one time, but And afterwards, she said, I want it to go back to the way it was before. I said, no, it can't be that way. Now, there are what I call sleazeball and scumbag photographers that demand that the models sleep with them before they get the pictures. That's sleazy. You don't do that. You're there to take her picture and give her her money because, see, when you're doing freelance, the photographer owns the pictures. The photographer paid her to do the photo shoot, so the photographer owns the pictures. Yeah, yeah, she was a little cray cray, huh? She was a little bit cray cray. And I thought, yeah, I need to take a break for a while. So I quit doing it, rethought my process. And now I'm getting ready to start up again, but I'm going to do it different. They'll get paid via Cash App. They'll get paid after they show up for the photo shoot, after the photos are taken, then they will get paid because I'm not, some of these girls get a lot of money for doing this. And I'm not going to walk around with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of cash in my pocket. Nope. Because if the girl signs up for a 2 hour photo shoot, that's like $250 she makes. Some of them get $250 an hour. Some of them get 400 an hour. It just depends on the type of pictures they want and all of that. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the model the theme of the photo shoot, and then she has to buy the clothes because I want her to have clothes that will properly fit her, and she knows how to buy for herself. The issue I had in Florida is the girls need to make the money, but they don't have the money to buy the clothes, so the photographer sometimes goes and buys the clothes. Well, that's hard to do when, you know, they give you a size and you buy that size and it's too small because they want to be, quote, extra revealing. It's like, it don't work like that. Don't buy clothes that are two sizes too small. Good grief, you know? Yeah. But I had some girls that were really fun to deal with. One situation I'm going to tell you about is a girl that I rescued from a sleazy photographer. Um, he was very much taking advantage of her. Um, I was Well, there's several hearings coming up. Um, the vote for, let's see, the vote for Pam Bondi is this week. The vote for Scott Bessent is tomorrow. So they were supposed to vote for Scott Bessent and then Pam Bondi Saturday night, and then Thune walks up to the mic and says, after Christy Nome was approved, he said that they were in recess until Monday. But I rescued this one girl from this sleazy photographer. I won't mention her name. She's a very sweet girl. And this photographer used to hand around her pictures and tell you she was 19 when those pictures were taken. And the pictures were taken of her with her shirt open because she had a very beautiful tattoo on her chest of an eagle, and the eagle's wings draped across the top of her, you know what, and the head was in her cleavage. And he used to pass them around. And I thought, this is not right. I need to meet with this girl. And so we did some photos, and I decided I needed to tell her what he was doing. So I sat down with her over a cup of coffee. I told her what he was doing. That girl started crying and sobbing. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "I was 15 when those pictures were taken, and he forced me to take those pictures." I said, "I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that that happened to you." She was just there with her cousin that wanted pictures taken, and he saw the head of the eagle, and he pressured her to open her shirt. And when she opened her shirt to show him the rest of the tattoo, he took pictures. That's sleazy. That's disgusting. I told her I was very, very sorry that that happened to her, and I hoped that she would find a photographer that would never do anything like that to her. She said, "I'm quitting." And so it makes you realize that there are photographers out there that don't care about the girl. They don't care that she has a little kid, that she doesn't want the kid to see these photos. And he's walking around handing them out to anyone and everyone he meets. He's now deceased, but she filed a lawsuit against him, but he passed away before the lawsuit went to court. And I thought, it's good because he was a sleazeball. We don't need photographers like that in the industry. You know what I mean, Julianne? We do not need photographers like that in the modeling industry. But unfortunately, they're out there. Right. Well, some of the girls that were models for me were doing that to pay for their schooling. You know, they needed money for books, or, they were a little bit short on tuition, so they would come and do that. I'm fine with that. If you want me to snap your picture so that you can, pay for your books for school, I got no problem with that. But some things we need to draw the line, is what I'm saying. We need to draw the line with sleazeball photographers that don't care about the girl, that, you know, basically she's just a piece of meat to him, pardon my French, because he doesn't care about the girl at all. And you should care about the girl. Right. Look at the rap industry is right. Look at the rap industry is so right. You know, my mission is to show these girls that they don't have to take their clothes off to take pictures. There are sleazy photographers that will tell them just the opposite. Yeah, sadly, this is common knowledge, is right. And sadly, in the industry, there's a saying that most photographers will tell the girls, the more skin you show, the more money you make. And I wish it weren't like that. I really do, because there are some beautiful girls out there that just need a few extra bucks to pay a bill here, pay a bill there. Yeah, girls use OnlyFans, right? I watched a YouTube video the other day on this one girl from OnlyFans. She made $9 million in 24 hours. She slept with, I think it was 12 guys in 12 hours or some crazy thing like that. But she got $9 million. It's like, where where does that come from? You know what I mean? Are we are we getting to the point where we're more like Europe? Wow, I didn't realize it was 100 men. I thought it was they said it was a dozen. 100 men in one day? Holy guacamole. Now she wants to do 1,000? Gee whiz. Yeah, she's a freak. Is right. Holy cow. So how many $1 million does she want for the 1,000 men? Yeah, with that kind of money though. Yeah, is right. Right. I don't even know. I've heard of OnlyFans, but I've never been on it, never tried to go on it. I just know these girls, young girls, are making a boatload of money off of it. And I think it's crazy. Cray cray. Yeah, Vegas used to have peep booths. Lot of stuff used to go on in Vegas back in the day. I used to go to Vegas every year in the 80s and 90s. A lot of crazy stuff went on in Vegas. Looking. Yeah, he told her what for, didn't he? I lost another subscriber. I had 245 at the start of the stream. Now I have 244. Right. And Rick and Al said that she still has not let the people go back on their property and said it is not acceptable. Yeah. See, that whole thing, the reason for them to divert the water to the ocean makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. You have smelt that live all across the country, yet they think that those smelt can't live in the water if they run the water down through the Central Valley like it has for decades and decades. It's like, and they tried to tell him, right, and that's what Trump told them. He said the half pipe is there. We don't need to build the infrastructure. It's already there. We are going to switch the water. He said just he said it's a valve. Just switch the valve back to where it belongs. He said because and what he said makes sense. He said you have to start thinking putting your people's lives over a little fish. And he's right. You know what I mean? They need to stand up and believe in their people and show their people, hey, we care about you, etc. Right. And he said he signed an executive order to get rid of what's it called? C something? C-qual, C something. There's two bureaucracies that control building. He said he was going to write an executive order to basically erase them. He said it, right. He said it should not take 18 months to get a permit to build a house. Um, no, he said there's two different governing bodies that control permits. One is, oh, darn, C, I want to say C call or C com or something like that. And the other one, he didn't say the name of it, but he said they both control the permits to build things. And he said they're both ridiculous. They have tons and tons of regulations. And he said, we're going to do away with the regulations. And when he told Mayor Bass, uh, when he told Mayor Bass that he, insert activated uh, the uh, the emergency powers, that she has similar powers, that she needs to do that. She laughed and said, "Oh, I did." He said, "Well, then how come your people are telling these people that they can't go on their property?" He said, "This is ridiculous." He said, "They don't have to worry about something falling on them because there's nothing left. It's burnt to cinders." She said, "Well, we have to make sure it's going to be safe." He said, "You have 24 hours." She said, "It might take a week." She told him, "It might take a week." And he looked at her and he said, "It better not." So then he appointed Rick Grinnell. He appointed Rick Grinnell to oversee it. And the next day, Rick Grinnell was on Twitter and said that she was still not letting them on their property. He said, "There is no reason for this. There's nothing above them that's going to fall on them because it all burnt to cinders." He said, "There's no chimneys. Even the chimneys are burnt to cinders. And they want to get on." Right. And he told her, "Do not do that." He said, "Do not." He said, these people want to clean it up themselves. Let them clean it up. It will be of no cost to the city to let them clean up their own property. He said, and if you hire somebody to come and do it, they're going to charge the homeowners $25,000 for demo and cleanup. And he said they can't afford that because they have nothing. So I got to tell you about what happened this morning. You know who Nicole Shanahan is? Nicole Shanahan announced this morning that she was taking over and running the recall effort to recall Mayor Bass. Nicole Shanahan was RFK Jr.'s vice president running mate. I really like her. She left the Democratic Party. She said, over nonsense like this, she said, these people are like a brood of vipers. She said, they don't care about you, they care about themselves. And she said, she said, I own private land, private forest. She said, my forest will never catch fire like this because I do proper forestry maintenance. She said, I do fire breaks. I clean up the debris. Yeah, good luck with that. Because once it comes out what those J6 people were put through, it'll be the end of her career. You know, I hope I didn't lose Zach as a subscriber. Yeah, she's not smarter than a fifth grader. She she's not smart. Democrats don't control the House, they don't control the Senate. Right. But I hope I didn't lose Zach. Do you think I was too hard on him? Because what I was looking for is pictures of that one model. I have pictures. Oh, I don't know. People are really torqued off about Mitch. He wouldn't vote for Pete, but he voted for Kristi Noem. I'll send you the link to Benny Johnson's show this morning. Nicole Shanahan was on, and she showed how much she cares about California. And he asked her if she was running for governor, and she said, there are a lot of good people out there. It doesn't have to be me. She said, but I will lead the effort to get people out to vote. She said, the Democratic Party today is not the Democratic Party I signed up for. She doesn't look like she's that old. She looks like she may be 40. She's a sweet girl. Yeah, I've heard of Carl DeMaio, but he showed her the video clip of this mom. The fires had taken her house, and then that morning the fire took the school, and this mom was so distraught and so upset, and Newsom was there, and she walked up to him, and she's crying, and she's trying to talk to him, and he said, "I'm on the phone with President Biden." She said, "These people have lost everything. Now they've lost their school. Where are my kids going to go to school?" He totally deflected and said, "Well, I have to go because I'm waiting for Biden to call me back." And he got in the car and left. Yeah. And then what I thought was interesting, when Trump went and met with all the Democratic officials and met with Mayor Bass, Newsom did not go. He met him at the airport, talked to him a few minutes, and left. So I wonder what Trump said to him at the airport. I wonder what he said to him. Right. Oh, I thought that he said that he was going to meet with Newsom. But see, Newsom, if he cared about the people of California, he should have went to the meeting with the other Democrats. Yeah, Trump signed an executive order to eliminate all censorship by any federal agency forever. Yeah, he wants to blame it on local governments, but he doesn't realize that it's his policies that cause the problem. You know, when I heard that it was illegal to clean up your leaves, to clean up your brush, like if a limb falls out of the tree on the ground in Los Angeles, it's illegal for you to pick it up. And if you put it out by the road for the trash, they won't pick it up. That's just crazy. That is completely crazy. Ow. That is just crazy. Right. I agree with that. No. Try to do this. Hold on for a second. I found something. No, I didn't. Let's get rid of that. Rid of that. Go to the library. See if this will do this right. Maybe. I'm not the best with technology, but I can get it done. You know what I mean? So I got to change my camera view. Do that, I think. No. And then this is the girl that I rescued. Can you see her face? Stupid thing. It does have her face on it, I promise. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why this thing does that. Here, I'll pull up the picture on my iPhone and show you. Um, let's do this. See, sorry for the glare. That's the girl that I rescue. Yeah, delete the background. Gone. She's a very pretty girl, very sweet girl. Yeah, that was my plan for her because she was a biker chick to do motorcycle shots with her. And then that other photographer ruined it by passing around pictures taken when she was underage. Very sweet girl. I did lose touch with her, but I prayed for her. So she was a Christian that got treated wrong, and that happens. You know what I mean? So, what have you been up to lately, Julianne? This is my niece that wanted to be a model, but I wouldn't because uh, she's a heroin addict, and I did not want to be responsible for what was going in her arm. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Okay, so okay, so back to the girl that I said was the B word at the shoot. This is her picture that she sent to me in the oops. She's in the passenger seat. That's the picture that she sent. I'm getting close here. Ow. Don't mind my oohs and ahs today. My gout flared up yesterday on my knee. Gout, gout is a problem that needs to be cured. Yeah, I need to go through and delete a lot of these pics. A lot of pics of text that I don't know why I kept them from like 4 years ago. It's like, okay, so I usually keep them 60 days or something, and then, but 4 years, no, they can go. Oh, I goofed. So, what are your plans for the rest of the afternoon, Julianne? Yeah, I'm waiting for my daughter. She was telling me yesterday that her tax check is going to be quite large, so she's going to give me some money. So we're going to talk about that. I'm not one to tell her, well, I did this for you, you have to do this for me. No, I don't do that. I let her pay it back when she's able to, when she can get around to it. All right, send me the link on X and I'll check it out. If I have to download an app and then I have to wait until Friday because I have my Apple wallet screwed up and I can't fix it until Friday. Actually, Thursday night when my check deposits. All right, I'm going to bring this to a close. Okay, see you later. Thank you for being here. I wish Zach had had hung around. I don't know why he was short with me like that, but we'll find out later. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.